if you ever, but she like said it in that voice and like just waved the spoon around a little bit. And so everyone's just like, ha ha, Julie.
And I walked in and I was like, whoa. They take their parties seriously.
Was Santa shirtless?
I think he was shirtless.
What? That was what?
It's something about the tight leather pants on a skinny man, okay?
Oh my gosh.
Really does it for me.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to our podcast. So sorry we've been absent for a little bit. Should we kind of give an explanation as to where we've been?
It's all Julie's fault.
It is Julie's fault.
What? Julie, explain.
Which Julie is on our podcast tonight, and we're so excited.
Corey's gone.
Yeah.
So
He's been
Corey's very
replaced by
busy.
me. Yeah, so I broke my leg, and
Poor
it kind of, it's kind of the worst. So I can't walk.
I can't believe you would do that and mess up our podcast. So obnoxious.
Yeah. So long story short, I was ice skating. We were about to leave. We were like one more lap. And then this kid went down right in front of me and my foot got stuck and I went down and then snappy, terry, dislocated. So
Dislocated.
yeah. So there I was and the paramedics came and they hauled me off the ice. They gave me the IV. They put my butt into the ambulance and hauled me to the hospital and knocked me out and cracked it back into place.
Gave you lots of drugs.
And lots of drugs.
I just have to say, like, Julie is my favorite person because right after it happened, she posted on her Instagram, she's in the ambulance and she's like introducing us to the doctor. She's like, this is, I can't remember their names. It was like, this is Leland and this is
I think one of them was named, Leland and like Bryce. No, maybe? I don't know.
Anyway,
I'd have to watch my Instagram.
but she like
again.
introduces them to the camera and then she turns it around on herself and she just goes, I'm on drugs. And it made me laugh so hard.
I was so high. I think my thought process is like, if I'm going to pay like $2,500 for this 5-minute ambulance ride, I'm going to make it a good time.
Yeah,
and
enjoy it.
It was good. It was fun. I mean, I was in pain, but we had a party.
Well, and I have to say, like, my heart went out to you, but at the same time, I rewatched that clip like 4 times because it made me laugh.
it was so funny. It like added to it that the video right before it was you having a grand old time at the ice skating rink.
Yeah,
like it was like a panorama. It was like a little video going across the ice skating rink, and then the next video was the I'm on drugs, and I was like, what happened? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and then I posted the picture of like me and the cast. And my thought process is like, this is a life event, so I probably should tell my friends in like some way. But I feel weird texting people like, hey, I broke my leg, just so you know. So I was like, here's some mass communication. And then
it was perfect, honestly.
Very smart.
Yeah. Well, thanks.
So yeah, we've been absent because of that. And because we've been really, really busy. It's kind of getting down to the wire with school and work has just been picking up for all of us. And so we're happy to be here, though.
Yeah.
Happy to be here with Julie. Thank you, Julie, for being on our podcast.
Oh, yeah. Anytime, guys.
We're so excited, actually. This worked out perfectly that all 4 of us were available because today we're going to be talking about roommates. Woo. And kind of we'll go over some like funny roommate stories. We'll play a game, and then we'll talk about some tips and tricks as to how we got along and how we have solved problems or whatever we feel like we want to talk about.
Yes.
Yeah.
So pumped.
Which, just to clarify, which we kind of have talked about this in other episodes, but to be very clear, Baylee and Sienna have been roommates for 3-ish years.
Combining it all together, I think
it's
3 years.
Like 2.5.
Okay. So almost 3 years.
Almost 3 years.
And Julie and I were roommates for almost 4 years. There's a few gaps in between that, but we were roommates for about 4 years.
Yeah. 2 different apartments, 4 years.
Multiple
So we have
different roommates, but
yeah.
we stuck it together.
We were the constants.
Yes, we were.
Yeah.
I love it.
Except for when you weren't there.
Yeah, except for that.
Yeah, so we have 2 sets of roommates here, which is perfect because this is gonna work with our thing. Okay, anyway, so to start off before we talk about roommate stories, I want to talk about why you decided to room with this person. Why, Angela, you decided to room with Julie vice versa, and me and you, Sienna. Why did we decide to room together? Oh my gosh, that was a fantastic wink you just sent me. I thought it was very flirty, so I don't know what you're talking about.
I think it was both.
Thank you.
Sienna is a creepy
Oh my
flirt.
gosh. Sienna's sending me so many signals over here. Okay. All right. Let's start with Angela and Julie first.
Yeah,
What do
Angela,
you
you,
guys...
go first because I can't remember.
Okay. I mean, I don't remember a ton of details. I just know we both realized we were going to the same school. And so we started talking, and it was like you, me, and one of our friends, Thais, who were all thinking we were going to the same school. So we were like, well, it would be more fun to room with people we know versus people we don't know.
Yeah.
So I think we decided we were going to room together. And then pretty quickly after that, we started looking for apartments, and we realized, oh, we were very behind the game of like finding
Yep.
apartments, especially like student housing at that point. And so we checked out a couple apartments with our moms, and that was interesting. And it was like April, and we weren't moving in until August, so we thought, oh, we're super ahead of schedule.
Oh, way
and
behind.
We were we could not find really anywhere that was in our budget, and we
could do like 3 people
Yeah.
in the same apartment.
which
Yeah.
it worked out that Thais didn't live with us anyway, so we were able to find something, and it was really good. But
Yeah.
honestly, it was mostly that we were just moving in together, that we were both going to the same school, and we're like,
I'm going to give you.
Yeah.
We're friends.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
I'd rather live with someone I do know than someone I don't know.
True. Okay, so you said that you like had gaps in between. What like made you want to come back together?
So our first year we did student housing, and both of our
Yeah.
contracts ended at the end of the school year. So we both moved home.
Student housing is a ripoff.
Yes.
True.
If anyone doesn't know that and you're going to college, don't do student
Which
housing.
some schools require student
Yeah.
housing for the first year,
freshmen or
but
whatever, yeah.
if you can, get out of student housing.
Yeah.
And so Julie and I learned that our first year, and we knew we wanted to continue rooming together, and we had a couple more friends reach out to us. We had met someone at school, and I had another high school friend reach out to me and was like, hey, we're going to UVU. You want to room together? So because of that, Julie and I started looking at apartments that weren't student housing while we were our freshman year of school, as it was getting closer to the end. And I happened to find a really good apartment.
Yep.
I take all the credit for finding this apartment. It was really good.
Yeah. So technically, Angela is the reason that I ever met Spencer, my husband.
It's true.
Because we met at that apartment complex.
Yes. So you can thank me.
Yeah. Thanks, Angela. You're welcome. Yeah. It was a great apartment,
was
though.
really good.
It was good price, super great location. It was like a 15-minute walk from anywhere on campus, pretty much. Yeah.
Right behind the Walmart. So like late night snack cravings.
We did
They
a lot
got
of
you.
those. Yeah.
Yep.
It was a nice
a good
apartment.
time.
I remember
And it
that.
was really
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah,
We
it was
made
nice.
it the hangout spot. And it was super fun.
It was bopping most of the time. It was a good time.
It was called the Whack Shack.
yes.
And I remember like I got home from my mission, and there were a lot of my friends were still gone, but you guys were home. And so I would come hang out at the Whack Shack all the time, and it was always a good time. Like you could go at any time of day and expect a good time at the Whack Shack.
Yeah. It was fun.
We were also, when we did throw a party, we would go all out on decor,
yeah.
all out on food.
Do you remember the tinsel?
Yeah,
on the
I was going to
ceiling?
say that when we did our New Year's party, and that was when we did all the balloons and tinsel on the ceiling, and we
Don't
did...
ever tape tinsel to your ceiling, by the way.
It was a lot.
It takes forever.
Yes.
That was the first time I ever came to the Whack Shack. And I walked in and I was like, whoa. They take their parties seriously.
We started decorating probably at like 9 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
and we legit were taping balloons to the ceiling until probably 5 o'clock that evening.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked great.
It looked amazing.
It stayed up there for probably a month after because I was like, this is too much work to take down.
Yeah.
So anytime anyone came over that hadn't seen it before, they were like, oh my gosh, you guys are just living in a constant party, which
Yes.
I mean, we were. So
Yeah, we are.
yeah, it was a good time.
But like to continue with the breaks, it was honestly, so we got that apartment and we just kept that contract for 3 years. I just decided I had to go other places. So I had an internship in France. So I did that, and we just found I knew it was coming up, so I found someone to take my place, and they just were there until I came back to school in the next semester. And then during
COVID.
And then COVID hit, and so I had to go home because I lost my job in Orem, and I had a job opportunity in where my parents lived. So I had to go home then, but I just kept paying rent because you didn't really have any other options. But those were really the only breaks that we.
Yeah. I was there that whole time.
Yeah.
And then Angela needed a break from me is really what it came down to.
But you guys liked each other.
No,
Okay, good.
and it really didn't come down to that at all.
No, I'm just joking.
You guys had fun.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, it was a good time.
I love it.
Yeah. How about you guys?
Okay, so me and Baylee, I think that on this podcast we've already talked about why we
think
roomed
so.
together for the first time because we roomed together for about 3 months up at BYU, Idaho, and we've talked about why
That
it
was student
really,
housing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great.
It was really nice.
It was, I mean, yeah, it was really nice, but
Oh, yeah.
We had
Student
it was
housing.
in,
It was
we had some
student housing.
interesting experiences that
Yeah.
semester, but not with each other. You know, we became really good friends, and that was really, I mean, just like you guys said, you were both going to UVU, like we were both going to BYU Idaho. We didn't even know each other like that well, but we were like, let's live together. And then we
Yeah.
became really good friends. But then we both left on missions, so we both served a mission for our church. And I remember on the mission, I decided to transfer colleges, and I realized like BYU Idaho wasn't the place for me, and I needed to transfer to BYU. And one of the saddest things about that for me was knowing that I wouldn't be able to room with Baylee again, because like she was just like, we had so much fun as roommates, and I was so sad. I was like, I'm gonna have to find other roommates, and nobody will ever be as good as Baylee.
and what was really interesting is around that time, maybe it was a little after you told me. I don't know if it was like, I can't remember when, but around that same time, I remember I was in the shower on my mission and I was like, you can't go back to BYU Idaho. It was like something was like, you don't need to go back there. And I decided I needed to go to UVU. And if you don't know, UVU and BYU are probably 15 minutes away from each other. So we could, if we wanted to, like we are now, live halfway in between and go to school. And so Sienna emailed me that and I was like, I'm actually thinking of going to UVU. And it just like totally worked out. We were like, oh my gosh. Because I also was like, I don't want to, I was like, I don't want to room with anybody else. Because I liked Sienna. Because I've heard like the thing that if you can't room with your best friends because you'll end up hating them. And so I was like, well, like Sienna and I are friends and we know a little bit about each other. I know that she's not crazy. And so
I mean, she is crazy.
She's crazy, but in a good way.
A good crazy.
A good crazy, the
Kinda
best
crazy.
crazy. And so I was like, oh, well, she's like, yeah, she's perfect to room with because then I can get to know her. And I feel like at least Sienna's like one of my sisters. And like now we're just like super close. We've like topped friends. We're like, I'm like, she's like my sister now.
We're at a level of comfort with each other
Oh,
that I
we
have
are.
reached with pretty much nobody else.
We can talk about that in a little bit when we talk about funny roommate stories. But yeah, we've reached a level of comfort that I like. Even the thought of getting married is like, oh no, but I wouldn't room with Sienna anymore.
It's a scary thought.
It's a scary thought. I don't want to have
I don't
it.
want to leave you.
I know. We're like all like even after we graduate, we're like, okay, so we're gonna do separate things, but what about after that? Like, you know,
We've actually discussed like even like getting a house together.
yeah,
Because like when you find a roommate that works and when you find and like it's like a built-in support system, you know? And I know that I'm grateful every day to come home to you and our other roommate, Carolyn. You both are just like such a good support system to me. And to have like that safe space and a place where I can laugh, where I can cry, where I can feel supported. Like I'm so grateful for that. And it's something that I want to hang on to. So like, I mean, if we're not married, like, let's get a house together. You know?
yeah, let's go.
The crazy cat ladies. I don't gotta know.
We've talked about how we would spoil if we don't get married. We're gonna spoil everybody else's kids, and we're gonna have like a downstairs, like we're gonna have dogs, and then we're gonna have a downstairs basement that's just full of toys, so that we will be those ants
cool
that are
ants.
cool.
Oh, yeah.
That will be
Yeah.
us. And I
I'll
said
send
crazy
my
cat
kids
lady, but
over.
we'll be the crazy dog lady.
We'll be the
I'm
crazy
not a
dog
cat
lady because
person.
Sienna's not a cat person. Okay, all right. So let's keep moving on. Let's go around and share either like brief funny stories or one big one, whichever one you guys want to do. If you guys just want to like do quick taglines or something like that.
Just
Let me
one?
think.
You guys can think. Sienna and I have been texting each other, so, so we have like this little
So
this
you
little
guys
list.
go first then.
Okay. Do you want to go first, Sienna, or do you want me to go?
I can go.
Okay.
Something that we have discussed at length in our apartment is weird people or things that we are attracted to. And I'm just, if you haven't ever discussed this with your friends, It's really eye-opening.
It's so funny. It's really funny.
So we'll start. I want to start by sharing. Hopefully she's okay with this.
I think so. I think so. She's very open about it, so it's fine.
So our third roommate, she always really liked the grasshopper in A Bug's Life. Like the mean, angry one. And she's like, I like an authoritative man. What can I say? And Baylee, what's yours?
I can't remember. I don't know
It
if
was
this
David Bowie in The Labyrinth, wasn't it?
Oh my gosh, yeah. I got so like
Animated.
yeah that I listen. Okay, it's David Bowie in The Labyrinth only in the ballroom scene. If you know what scene I'm talking about, kudos to you. Have you guys ever seen it?
No. I haven't.
Oh my
I
gosh.
need to.
We need to have a it gives off
Movie
like
night.
have you ever seen Neverending Story?
Yes.
Okay, it gives off Neverending Story
Oh my
vibes.
gosh.
That's what it is.
That movie's so weird.
Yeah, it's weird. And the Labyrinth is also
Yeah.
really weird. And so like
We'll watch it.
but there's one scene where the main girl is all like dressed up and everything like that, and she looks so beautiful, and then she's just like going through this big crowd of people that she doesn't know, and David Bowie's just like kind of watching her, and and he's singing, and it's so attractive to me. I don't even know. Anyway, that's weird. What's yours? I can't remember.
I'm embarrassed of mine.
Oh wait, say it.
I'm going to get so much judgment for this. I already get judgment every time that I tell anybody. They're like, you're insane. Rumpelstiltskin from Once Upon a Time.
Oh, yes. Okay.
But she has a specific
specifically
phase
When
of-
he's scaly.
When he's scaly and weird looking, wearing tight leather pants. Okay, come at me. Whatever. It's something about the tight leather pants on a skinny man. Okay,
oh my gosh.
really does it for me.
Oh my gosh. Okay, and then I'll go with my little story. We have this thing between all of us. We have like a quote wall that's in our apartment, but we also have a secret quote wall with a little more PG-13 quotes that we've said over the time that we've been rooming together.
We cannot share them on this
We cannot
podcast.
share them on this podcast, but know that they are absolutely hilarious, and we go back frequently and say them out loud. There'll be like no context, and we'll just be like, hey, blah, 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 and we'll just laugh. So it's so funny. Anyway, so we have a public quote wall in our apartment, but we have a secret quote wall that's hidden in our apartment.
Which
Just for us.
I want to say I've made it on both of those quote walls.
You have.
so-
You have made it on both of those quote walls. You made it on the PG-13 and the PG one.
I'm remembering the one that's on the quote walls for the girlies. Oh my gosh.
It's fantastic. Maybe after this podcast, we'll talk about it a little
share.
bit. Maybe.
on the podcast.
We'll see.
Not on the pod.
podcast where we have children. Okay, now you guys go.
Okay. I thought of one, and it has to do with a very large golden spoon.
spoon.
The spoon has traveled with me and Angela throughout all of our roommatehood. I bought it at DI for $2.
And I judged Julie so
hard. She was like, that's the ugliest thing. I was like, I'm going to hang it on my wall. So I hung it on my bedroom wall, on my like gallery wall. It was so artsy and cool. And I was like, this is great. It's just so random, this giant golden spoon. And then we were at Hobby Lobby like a week later, and there was that same golden spoon for like $25. It's like, see, Angela, it's trendy.
I was kind of put
it's
in my
trendy.
place, but I still thought it was weird to hang on her bedroom wall. But it's fine.
So we kept the spoon, that first apartment. I took it home with me and cherished it as one does with the giant golden spoon.
Of course.
And then we brought it back and hung it in our kitchen in our next apartment
Yes.
because that's a more logical place to hang a giant golden spoon. And this was like our spoon-threatening spoon.
Well, we also dubbed everyone.
Oh, that's right.
I did want to throw that in there.
Yes.
I remember being dubbed
Sienna
with
was
the spoon.
dubbed,
I was
yes.
dubbed as like an honorary member of the Whack Shack or what? It was like the crazy aunt.
Yes, so we all had roles in the Whack Shack. Julie was the
yeah,
dad because
'cause I
she paid the
fixed things
bills,
and-
and
yeah.
was Lillian the mom.
Yeah.
And then I was Lillian's weird sister.
Yep.
And then we had Savai was the baby, and
Yep.
Kelsey was the angsty teen or something.
No. I think she was adopted because she was from California.
Oh, yeah.
So she moved
She was
from
our
California.
exchange student.
Our exchange
That's
student.
what it
That's
was.
what it was. Yeah.
So those were our roommates who were all assigned certain roles. But then we had honorary members of the Whack Shack. So Sienna was the other crazy aunt because back in high school, her, Lillian, and I were all weird sisters in a play. So Sienna got dubbed the other crazy aunt. I think, Baylee, you got dubbed because we had a picture of you up for a while because you were our godmother.
I was. Because I came with you to pick out the apartment.
Yes,
because
that's
you guys
right.
needed an outside opinion, and I went with you.
Do you remember in the Wendy's where we all sat down with our fries and our Frosties? We were like, okay, do we want to go to this apartment? We were like, yeah.
Yeah. Where we all were like, okay, the other apartment is bigger and nicer, but they don't have parking and the location's bad, so we all like this apartment better. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's why Baylee was our godmother.
You're welcome.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So the golden spoon.
So it was the dubbing spoon, but it also.
You should tell the spoon threatening story because it's.
Oh yeah,
great.
that's not necessarily one of my best moments. As like looking back, it's still pretty funny though.
Oh, it's hilarious.
So we always said that the golden spoon would be the threatening spoon once someone like got in a relationship, but.
Oh my gosh.
We all were like pretty single and pretty happy about it for quite a few years. So it kind of was just this joke, but nothing really came of it. I think Julie once threatened one of Lillian's boyfriends.
Yeah.
But like she kind of did it.
It was like a joking.
It was like, if you ever, but she like said it in that voice and like just waved the spoon around a little bit. And so everyone's just like, ha ha, Julie. But then Julie and Spencer started dating. This was during COVID, so I wasn't even there because
Spencer,
I had
do you
to.
remember this?
Oh yeah, Spencer has this burned into his brain.
He's like the golden spoon.
No, the golden spoon wasn't the bad part, honestly. But so I was at my parents' house at this point because I had lost my job, so I had to move home. And I heard they started dating, and I literally texted Julie, and I was like, "I'm coming over, and I'm interrogating you guys." And she's like, okay. So I'm literally like driving and I have my voice to text and I'm like writing down questions that I think they should answer. And I get there and I like make them sit down and I'm like sitting across from them and I'm wearing like my black chef's coat because I had just come from work. And my questions were like in depth for somebody who had just started dating like 2 weeks ago.
We had been dating for 3 days.
3 days.
Are you serious?
3 days.
Angela.
And these were questions that were like, what role does Jesus Christ play in your relationship? Like serious,
Where do
deep
you
questions.
see this going?
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Definitely. Like looking back, I still think they're great questions, but they're questions that should be asked between people who are dating, and the like third roommate should not be involved in those questions, especially not that early. But it makes for a great story now. And so after I interrogated them, then I threatened Spencer with the golden spoon. And my threatening was definitely a lot scarier than Julie's threatening.
I do want to just like throw in though, like Spencer had been a member of the Whack Shack for like a long time. He's visited all. Like I met you.
he was there
first time I
more than his
visited.
own apartment.
Yeah.
I love that.
So like Spencer knew me well enough that it still was very like intimidating having these questions asked, but it wasn't like, who in the heck is this? It probably was like, what in the heck is this personality that is coming out of Angela that I've never seen before? But he at least knew who I was. I forced him to eat sweet potatoes once, so
Good memories.
Spencer's been through the ringer and he's still here. And
he's still here.
Yeah.
And it's better that I don't live here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I just say one of my favorite things about doing this podcast is the fact that we try to make, like, I try to make Spencer laugh as hard as I can, and it's so funny because he can't laugh out loud because it'll disrupt everything that we've worked to build here.
He's just
He's just silently like in pain as he just like doubles over. Yeah. It's so funny. It's so rewarding.
Yes, it is.
He's holding his face right now,
he
trying
hates
to not laugh. Okay, we'll stop. We'll stop torturing you, Spencer. Moving on.
Okay, so should we play a game?
Yes.
Do you want to play a game?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, so we're gonna do kind of like the newlywed game, but with our roommates. You two are gonna be
Julie,
a team.
we better win.
Oh, we got this.
Okay.
Julie and Angela.
Okay.
Would you rather have a chauffeur or a personal chef? In each other's opinions.
So I'm answering.
You're answering for Angela.
Okay.
Would she rather have a personal chef or a chauffeur?
I'd probably say chauffeur because she is a personal chef and she enjoys cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I don't know. I feel like it's a toss-up with Julie because I think Spencer is your personal
That's
chauffeur.
what I was thinking, yeah. And right now he's my personal
And
chef,
right
too.
now, because you can't be in the kitchen.
Yeah.
But you do enjoy cooking enough that I think
Yeah.
you wouldn't want a permanent personal chef. But I think occasionally you like it when people come in and cook for you.
Yeah.
So you'd want like an on-call personal chef.
Yes.
Or an on-call chauffeur.
Could I have both? And
Yeah.
like
No,
2
you can
weeks
only
of
choose one.
and then 2 weeks of the other.
Oh my gosh.
Then I would say she wants an on-call personal chef because
Yeah.
Spencer is her chauffeur.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Aw, Spencer.
He's a
That's
very
so
good
sweet. All right. Sienna, if I were to go to the store, or you were to go to the store with a list, what is something you cannot resist bringing home that is not on your list?
For you, it would be ice cream.
Oh my
100%
gosh.
it would be ice cream.
You're right. Yeah. For you, it would be those the little beef sticks that we always get.
Yeah, true. I do like those beef sticks.
Beef sticks. Not the fancy brand. But
No,
the,
you gotta get the
you gotta
great
get the- you
value.
gotta get the great value.
ones are bomb.
yeah, because the other brand
Those Walmart
sucks.
beef sticks.
Those beef
those
sticks.
Walmart
They're
beef
so good.
sticks.
Okay. I kind of want to answer this question to each other. So this is a question that we're gonna ask
Okay.
everybody because I want to know this answer. Okay, what reality TV show or competition would you most likely be on, or could you see each other? Could you see yourself on?
Great British Baking Show for Angela.
If I
We'd
was
watch it.
Oh, those judges are so funny.
They are so funny.
They're
like,
great.
if I was a judge or a host, because technically I'm not an amateur
That's
baker.
true. That's true. If you were an amateur baker, you would totally slay that competition. But
Yeah,
I
but
could
I'm
see
not
you
amateur.
and Paul Hollywood just,
Tearing people's food
tearing
apart.
people's food apart. That's what I would say.
Oh my
To
gosh.
be fair, that is kind of like a secret dream of mine is to be a judge on any kind of cooking show, just because I kind of want to watch people stress out about cooking and then eat their food.
The dream.
Well, also
that
the way
sucks.
Spencer just reacted to that was pretty.
Yeah, that was so funny.
It's hard because Julie watches a lot of dating shows, like reality, like Bachelorette, Bachelor in
yeah.
Paradise. However, Julie's too smart to go on
Yeah,
any of
no.
those shows.
Never. Plus, I'm married, so that would be
Also,
weird.
she's married. But I feel like there's like all of these new crafty shows.
Yes.
So like you
Yes.
do like
like DIY.
the DIY ones or
We had 5-minute craft.
or the glass blowing ones.
Oh, that one is so good. Yeah.
So
okay.
I think Julie would do some kind of crafty thing like that.
Yeah,
I love it.
I could see that. Okay, how about you guys?
Sienna, I would love to see you on. Oh my gosh, I would love to see you on Deal or No Deal. Oh my gosh, because I think that would be either. Yeah, I think Deal or No Deal would be really funny for you. I don't know why. I just really can see you.
I don't watch a lot of reality TV, so I don't really even know what that is. But
Keeping
yeah,
up
I'll
with
go
the
with it.
Kardashians.
What?
Sienna's on.
I would rather die.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Keeping up with the Kardashians.
Ew, what?
Yeah, I don't like it either.
I tried watching one episode once. I was like, I can't.
Yeah, no.
I watch a lot of garbage TV, but this is
You
too
can be on like
far.
Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
That one was also garbage.
bad.
It's awful.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah, it is really bad. I mean, but you could do it.
Sienna's face of repulsion right now.
Yeah,
is pretty
Sienna's
great.
like,
what
do
are
you
you
know me
guys
at
talking
all?
about?
What kind of roommate are you?
Like I said, I watch pretty much no reality TV.
That's fine.
I could see you like as the Bachelorette.
Oh,
With
please.
just like men surrounding you.
Oh my gosh, to have like
I've never
35 men fighting
Yes.
over me.
Like I've never watched The Bachelorette, but I could see her being the Bachelorette.
Oh my gosh, not even
For
on
sure.
like The Bachelor
Yeah.
and being like one of the girls.
No,
no,
you would
not
be
at all.
Just
the
skip
person
right
that people are
to
fighting
right
with.
to it.
the
Oh my
the whole
gosh.
process.
Yes, 100%.
Oh, I feel so. Oh, listen, that's my dream. I have to say,
Bailey,
I
will
love
you
that.
accept this rose?
No, Bailey asked you that.
Oh.
She's the Bachelorette.
Julie, do you want to? Will you accept this? I don't. Do you want to? She's like, I don't know.
Wait. If you had to award a rose to one of the three of us, you're the Bachelorette and it's the three of us.
Oh my gosh,
Who gets the
I'm
rose?
stressed, but it would be Sienna.
Yes. Knew it.
Not surprised at all.
I mean, you live with her the
I
longest.
know. You're right. I feel the most connected to her. I feel like I could marry her.
Whoa.
my
Well,
gosh.
Sienna and I have already gotten married, so. I think someone ordained
Was it the
our
heart
wedding.
cake?
No, that
Maybe.
was
That was somebody else. Okay.
that was in high school. That was someone else.
Okay. Too many weddings. I can't keep track of them.
They actually got married in real life because it
Oh,
was
yeah.
Carl and Thais.
That's right.
In high school.
Shout
and then
out
they
to
got
Carl and
married
Thais.
in real life.
Ah,
All right.
good times.
Next question.
Okay, Julie and Angela, what did each other want to be when they grew up? If you could take like a guess.
I
The
don't know
looks
if
of
I
horror.
can even know.
Just like
You
guess.
were supposed to ask me
Just-
what Julie's favorite scent is.
We've got
No.
that one down. Ask us that next. and
Okay.
It'll be a good time. Chef. Is that cheating? I feel like that's cheating.
Yeah, and it's not true.
Ooh. What
Did you want to be a dancer? Because I know you
Oh.
danced for a while.
I did
But-
vlog.
Oh, but you didn't want to be a dancer.
No.
Okay. Well, we don't know each other.
Terrible
Final answer. Final answer.
Final answer.
Angela wanted to be a,
Still chef.
even though we know it's wrong. Angela, what did Julie want to be?
A writer.
Yeah, you're not too far. Yeah. I've got a whole stack of little stories that I would write when I was little, and they're so bad.
Honestly,
so cute.
your blog came to mind.
Oh, my blog.
gosh,
That's right. I had a blog.
And-
you had a blog too, Baylee, right? It was a
Because of
whole
you.
thing. It was a whole thing.
was
All
a
our friends
whole
in middle
thing.
school had a blog.
It was really.
Because I had
it
a
was really
blog,
bad.
and then everyone was like, I want a blog. And then we all had that blog, all had blogs, and we all commented on each other's blogs. And it was a good time.
I love it.
It's still up there, like in the
gosh.
universe. There's
If you can find
So
Julie's
many-
link in
yeah.
the description. Just kidding.
I think I did it for like 5 years too. So
It was a
it's
long
got,
time.
like hundreds and hundreds of posts. So if you
love
can
it.
find it, let me know and we can cringe together.
Love it. Angela, what did you want to be?
I wanted to be a prima ballerina.
Oh,
Did you
I did
really?
not know that.
That's so cute.
And then I took ballet for 1 year and I was like, wow, this is really hard. And I quit.
You said no.
No.
All right, I love it. Okay,
baby.
Sienna, ready for our question?
Yes.
If we are to get invited to a party, what are we most likely to do?
You would immediately accept. You'd be like, yeah, for sure.
Uh-huh.
And then the day of, you'd be like, crap, why did I accept? and you would
We've had conversations like this.
you'd probably like pop your head in my room and be like, Sienna, do we actually want to go to this? And you'd be like, I think I kind of want to stay home. Can we stay home?
Oh my gosh.
I thought you meant what will she do at the party? And I immediately was like, oh, she'd twerk.
Oh, absolutely. 100% always.
You know, here's the thing. If I get there, it's a fun time, but it's the struggle to get there.
Yeah.
My immediate thought when I read this question was not go.
No.
You get invited
I
to a
don't
party?
want to go to any parties.
Sienna's very courteous, but when someone like asks, like if we're at church or something like that, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna have this movie night or whatever," she's like, "Oh, okay."
In high school, Sienna told me this specifically, but she was like, oh, when I get invited to things, then I always find an excuse not to go. I'll even be like, hey, I'm so sorry, but I have family plans. And then she'll like ask the family if they could watch a movie that night.
Literally, I didn't ever want to lie. So I would be like, "Oh, I'm not feeling well," when really I was just like kind of tired. Or like I'd be like, "Yeah, I have plans with my family," when that really was just like family dinner. I have improved. I'm not as bad as I used to be. And I do show up to stuff and I don't come up with fake excuses.
Yeah, Sienna's pretty good now.
But I still would not say I'm like a social butterfly. Sometimes you still kind of got to push me to get me out.
It helps when she has other people who she knows going.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. That does help. Yeah.
Okay, last question. We're gonna do one last question. Okay, I'll ask you guys the question that you guys want to
We
ask.
talked
You
about
guys
this a
wanna-
little bit before,
Yeah.
full disclosure. So
But we
Okay.
thought of the exact same
Yeah,
thing. Like,
yeah.
exact same
So it's perfect. Okay, what's your favorite smell?
Santa.
Yeah. No, but to expand, Julie got this candle that as we were smelling it, we were like, there's this weird like winter/fall vibes coming from this candle. And we described it as, was Santa shirtless?
I think he was shirtless.
What?
Yeah.
That was
It's-
that was what? That was a
Shirtless
detail.
Santa.
That was null and
Shirtless
void.
Yeah.
Santa riding a reindeer,
I think it was Dasher. Like,
riding Dasher, through a like
he was dashing.
forest, through a forest of fallen leaves.
Yeah.
That I think it's just like leaves from Bath and Body Works is the
it's
actual
just
candle.
leaves. The candle that everyone buys. Like,
But
yeah.
when we smell it, we see shirtless Santa.
On a
Yeah.
ring riding through fallen leaves.
Yeah.
Fallen leaves
On
in a forest.
Dasher,
On
the
Dasher,
reindeer.
the reindeer.
riding
That's
through
a
palm
beautiful
leaves.
image.
Yeah.
I can't remember if he had a sleigh or not, or if he was just like shirtless.
Can
on
we
the-
have someone draw that?
Yeah,
think
I was
we
actually
did
I
at
was
one
gonna
point.
ask, like, aren't you like sort of an artist, Julie?
No.
Can you
Not anymore.
If
Maybe we
any
should-
of our listeners want to send us a picture of this,
Some fan
Claire,
art?
Lillian,
my
or
little
Claire.
sister.
Yeah.
or Lillian. Lillian was there when we smelled this smell.
She knows.
So she
She's
knows.
like,
She knows what it smells like too. So it's good.
Exactly. So whoever sends us the best picture, we will send them a leaves candle.
Yes.
I have a half burned one in my
A half
closet.
burned one.
It's almost
burned
dead,
it.
but if you send me a picture, I will mail it to you.
Owned by the producer
yeah.
of this podcast. Like,
I'll even sign it. You can get an autographed, mostly
Oh my god.
leaves candle if you send me your rendition of Shirtless Santa riding Dasher.
if it's the best one,
if
though,
it's the
'cause
best
we only
one.
have
If
one
you get
candle.
multiple, you might be the only one, so we don't have that many listeners.
Great.
can I submit?
Yes.
Sure.
She's like, I want that.
I've
want
seen
your
your
autograph.
Santas. They're
I would
pretty
love
good.
that in our apartment. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll make a form and I'll link it in the description. And if you want to enter this contest, then fill out the form.
Okay.
Okay.
Last question, Sienna and I. If I could live in a different time period, what would it be?
20s.
Oh yeah.
That is true.
You would be in the 20s.
I would. And Sienna, it's the 70s or the 80s.
Yeah, 70s or 80s. I was going to say 80s, but yeah.
She's in the middle. Her personality, she fits it.
Yeah.
Does she not?
Yeah.
She fits it.
Also, can I just say I got some thin hair, but if I teased it and made it big, then nobody would ever be
We've
able to
seen
tell.
it teased.
Oh yeah, we have
Yeah.
seen it teased.
It's
We've
pretty
seen you in
beautiful.
80s
I look
outfit.
freaking bomb.
You do.
Yeah.
It is
It
true.
would be so fun. Let's just go back. It would be so fun.
There's a lot of problems about the 70s and 80s though too.
Well, we don't have to go back to the
20s too.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of
There's
problems.
a lot of
in
problems
every
about
time.
every time, but we can just have a little bit of fun. It's just for like a night. We just go back for a night.
Okay.
That sounds
Somebody
good.
needs to do a movie about that.
I'm sure there is.
Midnight in Paris. Is that the movie?
I don't know.
Owen Wilson? Wow. Anyway, okay. So sorry. Okay, so that's our game. Yay! We're all good roommates. We're gonna end here, but we're gonna do a second part to it where we'll talk about some more stories because we have a lot more stories.
Oh, yeah,
And we love each other. We love our roommates. and then we'll do our advice on that one. So stay tuned for it. But don't worry about it. We got you, future roomies. Anyway, that's our show. We love you guys. Hope you're doing well.
You can subscribe and follow us on social media, and we will catch you next time. Bye.
Ciao.
See ya.
That was awkward.
Yes, please. Just end it that way. That's how it ends.
Yeah, you can stop.
Because that's funny.